Well, it's that time of the week, and we've got a new episode of My Little Pony to watch, and I could not be happier about that. No, seriously, I mean, no sarcasm there at all. Like, this is, yay! So, we are on Season 9, the final season, Episode 3, titled Uprooted. Now, yeah, I don't know if anybody has somehow managed to forget what happened last time, but the Tree of Harmony is fucking destroyed. Just crash, shattered, everything's gone. So we are probably going to be dealing with the fallout of that, because so much runs through that tree. The castle and the map and the catacombs of the friendship school. And I do know this is an episode that has the Student 6 in it, so it's probably going to deal with the fact that they managed to connect to the tree a little bit as well. Maybe it's going to be dealing with, like, maybe the spirit is uprooted. Like, the spirit of harmony still exists, but it's been uprooted by all of this that's going on. Something is weird that's going on with my computer at the moment. I don't like it. It, like, keeps bringing up names at the bottom of my screen. Like, why? Why is this happening? Seriously, stop that. Okay. Looks like it stopped. So, we're just gonna have to go into this episode, see what's going on, and, yeah, I mean, I don't know what exactly could happen. Maybe we get the tree back in some fashion. Maybe we get a new version of the tree. I don't know. No matter what, I mean, it's gonna be cool. This season. But, yeah, let's get into it, because I'm pretty sure the trailer didn't show off anything past the premiere, and I'm very excited to see what comes next. So, we will start the episode in 3, 2, 1, play. And, hi, Rainbow Dash, and, ooh, Silverstream. Okay. She's a good flyer. Damn!
Congratulations, Silverstream. You're officially the first non-Pegasus Wonderbolt.
Wait, seriously?
Really? That is
This feels more like a dream.
Thank you, Professor Dash. Easy. You're kicking off our show right now. So get up there.
Dream.
And be proud.
It's gotta be a dream. There's no way that could happen.
I don't have my uniform. Silverstream. Somehow I missed a class all year and the final is today. I don't have.
I mean, that definitely sounds like a nightmare for Ocellus. And Yona has a fear of falling. Of course she does. That was weird.
Oh, that was weird. And that's even weirder.
Aww. Hi, Smolder. The nightmare here is that she, gets seen, not that Gallus' claustrophobia. Seriously, Tree, why did you have to do this to them? I know the tree isn't the one responsible entirely, but... Why is that a nightmare?
Good. You have all answered my summons.
You mean this isn't my dream?
Friends must be dreaming together.
More like a nightmare.
Where's Luna?
How do I pick just one? They all look so good.
Sandbar.
Version of a bad dream. But why did you bring us here, Headmere Twilight?
That's not Twilight. That's
I am merely the messenger. You all must hurry.
That's the tree.
Tree of Harmony needs you.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's dying. It's almost dead. Me, my little pony. Ah, my little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. Okay, so that'll give me some sync points. But yeah, so the tree has dream magic. That's never been shown before. That's usually Luna's domain. Would have been interesting to see Luna intercept this and as well and be like, hey, what the fuck's going on here? This is my thing. I do love all the callbacks though. Mostly to the previous episode with the tree, but also just in general callbacks. Who's gonna run over it with muddy hooves?
Spike, I have horrible news. What's wrong? Is the Crystal Empire
Okay.
What? No. We only have 20 highlighters, and they're all orange. How will every creature color code their notes?
I'm
Spike.
pretty sure you're the only one that does that.
Still, 20 isn't enough for the school year.
We got plenty of time.
Twilight, you are
The
just
friendship students won't
too
be back
much.
until-
now. Oh, they were all at home. That's... Yona, I thought we
Well, this is a
fixed
surprise.
that.
Why are you all here so early? Did I send out the wrong back-to-school date?
Oh my god, Twilight. I thought Starlight would be handling this. Well, I guess Twilight's...
Don't feel bad it didn't reach out to you. We kind of have a special connection with it after last year.
But the tree could It's gone. Sombra destroyed it.
Yeah, that's gonna
Maybe next
freak them
time
out.
Ease in with those truth bombs.
What
Yeah,
about the elements of harmony?
shattered.
On too. But doesn't that mean the Everfree Forest will take over Equestria?
That part under control. And Sombra won't be coming back. So, some good news, right?
Yeah, but how could the tree contact them? Because it definitely did.
What's left of it? As long as you promise to stick together. The castle of the two sisters isn't the safest place, as you may remember. Yona not
Yeah.
scared of fuckwudgies anymore. Friends save whole school from evil Pegasus.
Does have a point.
Yeah. I mean, Cozy Glow is not around anymore, but
How could this happen?
that's a lot more rubble than I remember there being, but...
If only we hadn't gone home for summer break. Maybe we could have saved the tree.
Nah, I mean...
I wish that Sombra guy was still around so we could teach him a lesson. That
Yeah, no.
back tree or elements
No.
of harmony. Wait, we all saw and heard the tree in our dream, right?
So it's not completely gone yet.
Gone. Maybe if we close our eyes and think really strong friendship thoughts, we will feel
She's
better.
she's close.
I've heard worse suggestions.
Exactly. It's seen crazier things happen in this world. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be enough. Maybe if you get the main six to come in too, and the pillars.
He really is gone.
Then we need to do something to honor it.
Good idea, Gallus.
I don't think that would be
That's
the
why
idea.
The tree called us. It must have used the last of its magic to make sure we'd come here and keep its memory alive.
I
Did say it needed
don't
us.
think so.
Oh, Celis!
There you are! The hive has been worried sick! Why did you
Oh, hi,
not tell
Thorax.
us?
I wasn't
Last time
expecting
you.
you.
Did that, it almost brought our kingdoms to war.
She turned into a rock, though. That's the funniest thing, though.
Well, next time, ask before you run off. Now come on, let's go home.
Yeah.
Wait, she can't leave. We have a dragon quest.
But she's not a dragon. You know what I mean.
This quest for all Yona friends. Need to help Tree.
And it might take a while.
Can we stay, Headbear Twilight?
If okay, yeah.
Well,
Thorax is a good
as
bug.
long as you get permission from your kingdoms, I suppose it's all right.
Ooh, are we gonna see Ember again?
Triplicate, or is one enough?
Wow, Gallus, you really are the new Twilight. Ooh. So is this how she gets permission? She beats them in arm wrestling? Ow! Oh, come on, I wanted to hear her talk. Gotta win it. Of course the Yaks are gonna just be like, okay. I guess that works. Sure. Oh, is that Yona's mom? Or grandma or something? Person that she needs permission from? Aww, Yona make good snowplow. Bye. I'll sign it, just get out of my hair. Feathers, whatever. Wow. Grandpa Gruff, just... Aww. Is like the whole hive signing it? No, just her family. Cute, though. She has to use pictograms and stuff to explain it? Or maybe this is just Silverstream being Silverstream. They're such dorks.
Hey, you're
Oh,
back.
that's a different angle.
Since I live locally, I figured I'd do a little cleaning up while you were gone. Give us a head start, you know?
Sandbar, where's the tree?
I got
Yeah.
to make room for a memorial.
You did this?
Yeah. That's what you guys were thinking, right?
So not.
You dumbass.
It's totally gone.
Oh, it's not gone. Look. I planted a new tree.
That's not the same thing. You dumbass.
Sandbar, you know that's not the same tree, right?
But it's a symbol, you know?
Pony heart in right place.
Good, Yona.
Doesn't matter. This cave was supposed to stay exactly the same so future creatures could come visit and experience the memory of the tree.
I mean, I
Every
wouldn't
creature
say
thought I
that.
was helping.
I mean, you could, like, at least try gluing the gems back together.
If we're gonna honor it, we need to do better than that.
Are they gonna become like the new pillars and plant a new version of the tree that the spirit can inhabit?
The emotions of the tree.
No, it should be a museum with all the tree's history and artifacts.
No. Gallus, why are you such a nerd?
Knows how powerful the tree was.
I think we should turn this cave into a place for creatures to reflect on the tree's true gift, the elements of harmony.
Oh my god, Osalis.
I like my idea better.
What's more perfect than another tree?
What would have their twilight wand?
Yona, you've been awfully quiet. Which idea do you like best?
Friends not argue. Maybe friends.
She's so cute.
And make plan together.
Come on, you know she's right. That's what friendship is.
I need a drink.
Step right up. Walk this way. Welcome to the one, the only.
That's not how...
Of Harmony Museum. Come
Seriously,
to
Gallus?
the birthplace
What is wrong with you? You're like if Twilight and Flim and Flam got together.
and tended day and night.
Oh my
by
god.
Oni magicians. This
That's
is truly one of the wonders of Equestria.
not how it works.
Gallus, none of that actually true.
So, honoring the tree means giving it a story that creatures will care about.
It already
That's
has a great
not
story.
how that works.
But mine makes more sense.
Whatever. Can you just keep it down? My sapling doesn't like the noise.
Good.
Wow.
It doesn't belong in the tree's memorial anyway.
Ouch.
And if you think this is great, just wait until you see the mystical cave of harmony.
It's an empty cave. Smolder, what the fuck are you doing? Are you building a new tree or what? I mean,
What dragon doing?
carving out a facsimile of the tree.
Memorial statue of the tree. When creatures see this, they'll be super impressed.
I mean,
Look
maybe.
like rock, not tree.
It will look like a tree, hopefully, when it's done.
I'm kind of having a hard time remembering what the tree looked like. I can't believe I'm already forgetting.
Aww. Silverstream. So artsy. Too much color.
Needs more loyalty. Careful, Yona! It's not
Yellow isn't the color of loyalty.
what hippogriff painting. It's the tree, silly.
I mean, it's a representation of the tree.
See? These are the emotions its loss made me feel, dancing with the representations of elements of harmony.
Cool.
Maybe I should label it.
Excuse me?
Sorry!
Osalis, what the fuck are you doing?
Brown isn't an element of harmony. Thanks, Yona. This fountain is heavier than I thought.
Why are you putting a fountain in the cave? And wind chimes. Although, I appreciate that those are actually...
It's for creatures to look at as They honor the tree's memory in quiet thought and contemplation.
I
got
mean,
some help and guidance from the counselor at our feelings forum.
sure.
Only positive energy will bloom.
Well, I mean, we got
Wait!
honesty,
Not yet.
magic. Gallus, you can't just kidnap your customers.
So the time the tree tested us in the catacombs under the School of Friendship.
You can't just kidnap your
Hey,
customers.
stop! You can't bring that hunk of junk into my museum.
It's not for your museum. It's for my tree memorial.
I mean, it is a pretty good representation.
So leave it outside.
You're gonna break the tree all over again. And you broke the fountain, you washed away the paintings, everything's gonna be awful now. And now you're gonna crush the sapling. Well, you fucked up, everybody.
What did
Oh, he did save the sapling.
My meditation garden is ruined. Why couldn't you have been more careful?
This never would have happened if you would all just listen to me.
And made the tree some.
This is reminding me of an episode, but I don't remember which one.
Thanks.
Well, that's something Twilight does.
So mad when she sees what you guys did to the Cave of Harmony.
Nah,
Like some
she's just
regular
gonna be
project was
a
better.
little bit
Not cool.
sad that, like, you guys couldn't agree,
I'm
but...
glad the tree's in here to see this. This is all your fault.
I mean, the spirit of the tree probably is within you all.
Doing this the wrong way. All remembering Tree of Harmony for what Tree was, not what Tree is. You mean gone? No. Yona mean even though Tree not here.
Well, yeah.
Tree here.
Aw.
Hearts. Tree make
Yeah, it's
friendship
incorporeal now.
closer. That's right.
Aw.
We ran away to be together right above this spot, the castle of the two sisters.
And later on, the tree tested us to show us we're stronger as a team.
Yeah.
Did call us all here.
Yeah. Wanted you to work together.
Friendship.
Wow, I can't believe we just got schooled by a yak.
Yaks nothing.
What the hell's that supposed to mean, Gallus? Reese's little prick.
I think we took care of the smashing part.
Then maybe we should start building together.
Sure.
Just one problem. We still haven't decided what we should do for the tree.
Build a new tree, maybe. I don't know. Hey, she got all the pieces. Yeah, rebuild the damn tree.
Tree? Where did you find it?
Oh, I didn't move it too far. It was kind of heavy.
And you're just mentioning this now.
Important is that Yona bring back branches so friends can rebuild. Rebuild what exactly? Ooh, I know! Something that represents what the tree is. The gateway to our friendship.
Okay, that could be interesting. A gate?
What ponies call it? Club home?
A treehouse.
That's a great idea.
A treehouse of harmony.
Like that. Uh-huh.
Out of gems. That would be weird.
Help me lift this piece.
Yeah, let's see. What the hell is this gonna end up looking like? I don't know. Okay, blueprints. Oh! A song, that's different.
Celebrate the tree.
The
Okay.
memories inside us will be
I mean, well, no, the CMC didn't build their own treehouse.
The tree brought us
They just renovated it.
together. And even though it's gone,
Just pile it up.
Meant to friendship.
can make the gift live
How the hell did you manage that, Gallus? You're a dumbass.
on.
Oh.
We'll use the tree and we'll make
I mean, how the hell did Twilight not manage to do that earlier then?
There's lots of glue.
friends so quick
Right.
in the end, and together we'll see this through.
It's hard to say farewell.
To something you hold dear.
Yeah, I think that by the end of this episode, the tree's gonna come back. Somehow.
We are here. The tree is in our
Nice. Are they actually using some stuff that Professor Dash and Applejack taught them? I mean, why are they painting it? That's weird. Aw, that was adorable. I mean, this is still really weird. Like, how is there enough crystal for that? Paint her butt. Yeah, kind of. It's kind of weird hearing Yona sing. Seriously, where did they get so much crystal from? It doesn't seem like there would be enough. Unless they also tore up the roots.
Well,
It's
what do you
kind of
think?
squat, but
Kinda messy. Yeah.
friendship usually is.
Different parts all smushed together. Oh, it's just like us.
Yep.
Yona think
It's cute.
perfect.
Let's give it a try.
Is the spirit of harmony going to manifest inside of it somehow? Is it actually... Yep, there it goes.
It looks like magic. Every
Yep.
out.
Think. And, yep, more crystals rising. The roots are still there. An even bigger... what? Okay. Rising all the way up through the ruins. Holy shit, that looks awesome. That is fabulous.
How did that happen?
Friendship.
Because of you, the spirit of the treehouse would have perished without your selfless deeds and caring. Whenever you seek solace, come here. Your friendship and
That
the friendship of future generations
is cool.
always be safe within these walls.
Seriously, that's just the coolest thing.
I felt a burst of magic all the way over at the school. Is every creature okay?
They,
Confused, but definitely okay.
brought the tree back.
Where did this come from?
We were kind of gonna ask you the same thing.
It looks like part of the Tree of Harmony. But how? I thought it was
I mean,
destroyed.
part? More like the entire thing times
When we
10?
used the broken parts to build something new, this happened.
The tree has always been good at surprises.
You think?
When Star Swirl planted the tree seed, he didn't even know what it would grow into. I guess the tree
Nope.
is still alive, changing and adapting to be whatever Equestria needs.
A cool place to hang out?
Fair
It
enough.
tells me this is more than that.
Yeah, it's like a
Members of
headquarters.
Harmony may still be with us in their own way.
I mean, I thought you knew that.
Really reassuring.
But why did the tree need our help to become something new?
Because you're something new.
If I had to guess, I'd say your friendship is more powerful than you know.
Oh, Yona, no.
Yona's the best.
I'm friends.
This is why Yona is the best. They haven't even been inside just yet, so...
Why don't we all go in? Together.
I mean, I think the main 6 should all go in too, but sure. That is so cool. I love the crystal leaves. I love it. I'm getting this weird thing where my headphones aren't working on one side as well as the other. Might need a new pair. But, yeah. Cool episode. Not really sure what to say right yet. I'm gonna have to think about it, of course. But, yeah. See you guys in a second. Okay, so that took a lot longer than I thought it would. Just figuring out what I wanted to say and figuring out how to say it, and also just actually looking some stuff up, because I had to figure out a few things that I couldn't just do off the top of my head. So, first thing here we'll go over, it's really simple, is just the dream that they had at the beginning, the shared dream, and what it contained. There were a few callbacks, of course. The cupcakes that Sandbar was obsessing over, those were kind of a reference, I guess, to the season 8 premiere where he got cupcakes for all the others. It's a bit of a weird one, but why not? Kind of fits with his personality. He is a bit of like he is a Cloud Cuckoo Lander, but he's not like the Pinkie Pie type where he's funny because of it. It's more just like he's a weirdo, but a likable one. Yona falling, obviously season 8 finale. I mean, I don't think she's like had a major fall like that before, but she has faced death several times over the course of season 8, and yeah, I mean, she's having nightmares about it. I really think she needs to go and see Starlight about this sort of thing, like guidance counselor Starlight, just actual, I mean, not just guidance counselor Starlight, like actual therapy. Like, this is clearly some trauma. I really think she needs some help there. But for Ocellus, I mean, that was a little bit more generic. And the others, with Gallus and Smolder, their dreams were a bit of a callback to the testing episode there with the Tree of Harmony. Gallus's fear and Smolder in a dress. Never changed, Smolder. But Silverstream was the only one who really had a new thing, and that was that apparently she wants to be a Wonderbolt. At least that's what it seems based on the dream, if we're going to interpret that dream literally. Which pony dreams do seem to be a bit more literal than human dreams do. So, yeah, I mean, Silverstream being a Wonderbolt? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know if she can fly quite that well. We've never really seen her do any, like, aerial acrobatics or anything like that, but who knows? That 3-point landing in the dream was pretty awesome. Other than that, obviously the biggest thing about the dream is the fact that it was a shared dream brought on by the Tree of Harmony, not by Luna, and therefore is the first demonstration of dream magic really by anyone other than Luna. As far as I know, no changelings have ever done that, and well, yeah, like Luna is the only one that I know of, can remember. I didn't really look this up, I probably should have, but like, yeah, as far as I know, Luna is the only one who has ever used dream magic, or somebody else using Luna's magic instead of Luna, like in the A Royal Problem episode there. But it does seem that Luna is the only one who has that particular ability, so the Tree of Harmony demonstrating that ability is a little bit on the new and weird side. Makes me wonder what other abilities the tree has, its spirit has. Like, seriously, how powerful is this thing? It's getting kind of creepy. But the tree wasn't dead. I said it wasn't dead. I figured that it had become something incorporeal, at least temporarily. And I was right. It wasn't dead, but it was dying. So, yeah, good they got it done fast. They have now a brand new sort of like a Fortress of Solitude type of thing. They are basically all superheroes now at this point, so yay! Still no like physical versions of the elements of Harmony, so that's up for like a little topic here. But if I had to guess, I'd say that like the map over in Twilight's Castle probably still works. I mean, it is connected to the Tree of Harmony, which is connected to all of Equestria, which was how it worked in the first place. But if I had to guess, what I would say is that the Tree of Harmony, when the tree and the elements were destroyed, the Spirit of Harmony was able to exist for so long because it had spread out so far, because of the map, because of the roots just spreading, and therefore it was able to survive until the students were able to give it a new, not body, but like, what would be the word even? Not Horcrux from Harry Potter, more like, God, what's the thing that liches use? It's like a phylactery or something like that. It's a soul vessel, is basically what it is. And yeah, that's what happened. But it does bring up a big question here, combining this with the finale, the premiere. We know now that without the elements of harmony, they still can access that power, that friendship laser beam thing. And we kind of knew that through Equestria Girls. It took me a little while to really realize that. But it does just bring up the question. Can any group of 6 friends who happen to represent the elements at one point or another, can just any group of 6 friends say, we represent the elements, so therefore we can use this power? Like, can they use that power? Like, it's weird and questionable. I know there's been a lot of fan fictions written over the years where it's just like, well, what if Twilight didn't befriend the main 6? What if she befriended other ponies? Like, what's the one? It was Twilight got to Ponyville and she befriended like Derpy, Lyra and Bonbon, and Octavia and Vinyl Scratch. And though they were the 6 new elements of harmony now because Twilight screwed up. It was a funny story. It hasn't had any new chapters added to it in a long time, unfortunately. But it was a good story, and yeah, I mean, that premise is pretty cool. There was another one more recently where it was Twilight, more thanks to Celestia messing up than Twilight messing up, instead decided to go to Moondancer's party, and so Celestia had to send all the unicorns from Canterlot to go get the elements of harmony. And Twilight came back with the element of, what was it? I think it was the element of loyalty around her neck for that one. For the other one, where it was the background ponies there, it was the element of honesty was what Twilight got. So yeah, but the point still stands, is that if you gather together 6 friends, 6 fairly close friends, the probability of them representing the elements is pretty high. One or the other, maybe some of them are interchangeable, maybe it doesn't even really matter. I mean, like, if Twilight and, like, if circumstances have been different in the pilot, Applejack and Rainbow Dash could have switched loyalty and honesty, and I don't think anybody would really doubt that would work. Like, it would work. So the linkage there between element and pony isn't really, I don't think, as strong as as a lot of people say it or think it might be when they first get into all this. So the question then is, like, yeah, just how closely bonded to the elements do any 6 group of friends have to be before they can just summon the friendship laser? And for that matter, does it have to be a group of 6? We know that Celestia and Luna used the elements when there were only 2 of them, so could it not just be that there are, as long as a group of friends, no matter how many are there, as long as they represent all of the elements of harmony between them, can they use that power? And that's just a thing that I don't think will get answered in the show, but it is a big question that has some serious implications for the future of Equestria. Now, for all of that, the real question that I have to ask is, what is the purpose of this new Treehouse of Harmony? Like, it's a cool Fortress of Solitude if they choose to use it that way, but I don't think they will. Like, the main 6 have Twilight's Castle, and the student 6 are still students, so they're still going to be going to the school. They're not really going to just hang out in this treehouse all the time and wait for, bad guys to show up so they can laser blast them. I mean, as far as I can tell, Ocellus might actually be the closest with her thing of, well, let's just all sit around and meditate about friendship. Like, what other purpose is there? I can't actually, off the top of my head, recall the actual wording, but the way that the tree stated that groups of friends could come there and like reconcile or something like that, it made it sound a lot like, yeah, that's basically what it is. You come into this treehouse of harmony, you walk around, talk to your friends, ruminate on... hold on a second. Fucking radio just turned on for some reason. I had to turn it off. Anyways, but the point is you just bring your friends to this treehouse of harmony and you could just walk around it and just talk and figure out your issues and, yeah, not really do much of anything, if I'm honest, in terms of, like, actions and whatnot, but words, they're important. This is a weird one, but, yeah, it is just a question of what purpose will the Treehouse of Harmony serve in the plot, is a more accurate way to describe it. Because obviously, if the purpose of the Tree House of Harmony is just, okay, the tree is still alive, we got the spirit of harmony safe, and, people can come there and figure out their issues occasionally, sure, that works, fine. But the way that all of this gets set up and the way that things usually go in the show, a change that is that big really does feel like there's more to it. Like it has some kind of plot relevance. I mean, for that matter, the fact that this is something I am just thinking about now, but the Tree of Harmony used to be hidden away in this cave deep within the Everfree Forest and, hidden all from sight and nobody knew where to find it. It was this big secret. But now they have this big, giant, leafy, above-ground thing that could be easily found from the air, at least, if not, just by walking around. I mean, I have to imagine that the top of this tree, considering that the castle itself is on a hill, I have to imagine that the top of this tree is visible from outside of the Everfree Forest. So people are going to know about it. People are going to come there. People are going to learn about all of it and explore it and be a part of it. And that's just kind of cool because the tree used to be just hidden away. It was something special. It was something that only a few people were allowed to witness and use and be a part of. And now it's out in the daylight for everybody, for all the denizens of Equestria and the entire world, for that matter. And that's really the way that it should be, always. So I feel like there's something metaphorical to be said there, whether or not it was intentional on the part of the creators here or not. It really does feel like something important. Oh boy. Alright, we're getting near to the end here. Really simple on this one. The Student 6 and the Elements of Harmony. I know this is something that I've tried to do in the past. I don't know. I feel like it's something that other reactors have also tried to do. I think Applegeek is the only one, though, that I can think of off the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure people all over the place have been trying to do this and trying to figure out which Elements of Harmony match up to which members of the Student 6. And it's not really clear. And for that matter, it might not even be a thing. Like, it might not be that the writers of the show have a list of, like, okay, here's which element matches up to which Student 6, and they have to follow that. Not like they do with the main 6. So it's up for debate, like, which one represents which, and there are a few that make sense as to, like, okay, they should definitely be these ones, but not all of them. Just for an example, like Yona, Sandbar, Ocellus, and Silverstream all feel like they match up with a couple of them pretty well. Or 4 of them, I guess. But for the other 2, Gallus and Smolder, one of them might match up pretty well to the element of honesty, but neither of them will match up to the element of generosity. And I've heard Gallus be tossed around for being the element of magic, but I don't think that fits very well. The ones that I do think fit very well, Silverstream as Laughter. I mean, why not? She is basically the exact same as Gabby or Skystar there, both of whom were very much conflated with Pinkie Pie as characters. Not so much Gabby, I guess, but you know what I mean there. Like, they're very Pinkie Pie-esque characters, and therefore it kind of makes sense to have one of them as the element of laughter. Ocellus works very well with kindness. She never really says anything bad or mean to anybody, as far as I can tell. And Sandbar for loyalty. He did have his loyalty tested in that cave, or specifically referring to last season, the testing episode. But the one that kind of surprised me, but that ultimately makes a whole lot of sense, is Yona being the element of magic. Now, a lot of people I know are probably going to be like, oh, that doesn't make any sense at all, because Yona doesn't have any magic. And to that, I have to just remind everybody that the element of magic does not literally mean magic. It never has. The element of magic is in the more metaphorical sense. It is about wonder and just the infinite potential of friendship and seeing that potential everywhere. That is Twilight's greatest gift, is that she never gives up on friendship. Even when she herself fails, friendship is something that she will always believe in. She always blames herself before other people, really. If we go back to, like, say, the movie, where she is like, no, friendship didn't fail me, I failed friendship. She put it all on herself. Friendship is something that she can't give up on. Meanwhile, in this season's premiere, for example, a lot of people were like, well, Twilight's kind of seeming pretty wishy-washy in her opinions and actions here, but thinking back on it, Twilight wasn't. Anytime that it had something to do with herself, her own actions, her choices, it was always her fault, and she always was very hard on herself. But anytime that it came time to believe in the group as a whole and what they were capable of, she was like, no, we got this. We can do this together. I just can't rely on myself, which is, the biggest irony of all. But it's true. You look at the way Twilight was acting, like when they dug themselves out of Sombra's trap there, Twilight was believing in the group, not in herself. But once they got out of there and Twilight actually saw all the destruction that was going on, she was like, oh, it's all my fault. And she blamed herself, and that caused things to fall apart a little bit more. Which, that's how it goes. But then when it came time for the ending, and it came time to beat the big bad, Twilight's like, yeah, together, all of us, we got this. So realistically speaking, I'm okay with her being like that, because if she did think that she could do it all by herself, that's how we get Tyrant Twilight, that's how we get an evil thing that we don't want. Having Twilight be very reliant on her friends is exactly how it should be. Last thing, though, I mentioned during the reaction that the rift between the Student 6 felt very familiar, but actually when I went and looked back through all of the episodes, I couldn't find a single episode that really demonstrated what I was talking about. There doesn't seem to be any singular episode in which all of the main 6 faced the same problem and tackled it in different ways. Not really, no. Ironically, sort of, though, there are a couple of episodes that I can, parts of the series that I can draw some parallels to, and they all have to do with Heartswarming Eve. One of them is the first Heartswarming episode, where we get to see the rifts between ponies, between the 3 different tribes, and how that just kind of broke apart Equestria and made things bad. And seeing as how they were played by the main 6, maybe that is what I was thinking about, because that was what was happening right there. Like, they all had a disagreement going on. They all wanted to survive. They all wanted to claim land for their tribes, but like they couldn't agree on how to do it, on how to divvy things up. They and like even among their own groups, obviously, you know, there was a rift in the sense that the main leader was like very aggressive, while their companion was more laid back and like trying to not escalate things. And it was only once the hostilities ceased and the companions were able to start talking and start agreeing with each other, that's when, you know, the fires of friendship came out. And the only other one, that seems kind of similar is in the most recent holiday special, The Best Gift Ever, where the problem was obviously everybody's trying to find a gift for one other pony, and they're going about it in all kinds of different ways, and none of them are able to do it right, and in the end, you know, bad stuff happens. So it's a stretch there, I'll give it that, but it's the closest I could find. But that's not to say that, you know, like this sort of disagreeing and fighting and not talking about things, like that sort of stuff has happened in the show before. It's obviously communication is one of the biggest issues. It's something that like I know that a lot of people get frustrated with TV shows about in general. Just going by one example for something, if we go over to like the Arrowverse, on the CW there with all the different superhero TV shows, and you look at that, for a big chunk of those various series, characters have had this thing where it's like, oh, well, we got to keep the secrets in order to protect people. And it's just like, no, tell them the secret, get it out in the air, so that way it doesn't come up later to bite you in the ass. And lately, the writers have been really good about being like, okay, these guys have undergone character development, they've had stuff blow up on them in the past, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to have them actually talk things out. We might wait one episode to give characters time to actually deal with it and process something, but then the very next episode, they're actually going to stand up in front of their friends and be like, here's the secret. There have been exceptions to this, of course, but for the most part, they've been pretty good about it. And it's worked. It really has, because it's just it's made the show so much more enjoyable to watch. It's made the characters shine so much better. And yeah, it's a really good thing to do. And even on this show, like they've been doing it a lot less, where it's like characters don't keep secrets from one another. They actually tell each other about things, and they get along a lot better. They communicate. It works. The student SIGs obviously haven't learned that yet, but now they have. And just to bring in one more little piece of supportive stuff here for Yona being the element of magic, she is the one who throughout the entire episode was like, guys, we need to sit down, talk this out, figure out what we want to do together. Not each of you individually. And they were all just like, nah, we don't care. Which is the most, like, plot contrivance thing possible, because of course they would care. They're friends. They're not just going to blow each other off like that, right? It happened in the show, obviously, for the service of this episode and the antics. But I guarantee you, if they didn't have to pad out the runtime, if they could just get things done, they wouldn't have had that moment of, nah. If they could, like if this were, say, an 11-minute cartoon, at the very least, the issue wouldn't have escalated as far as it did. It would have been more like they say nah, and then Yona chases after them and is like, guys, listen, here's what we should do. And then they're like, well, all right, let's try that. And then they do it, get it over with. We don't have much of a problem there. Just the point is that very much felt like padding and felt kind of out of character for all of them to just dismiss Yona like that. But Yona's insistence on that is a strength to her character as well. So, So, yeah, all around, fun episode. Obviously, you know, not the best episode ever, but nothing horrible to it, I want to say. Like, nothing that I would say I dislike. It raises some interesting questions moving forward, provides some good moments for the Student 6. Explicitly takes place outside of the school year as well, so we don't have to worry about that. I mean, there's still the issue of the timeline because the best gift ever supposedly takes place on Heartswarming Eve, which the last time we saw the students at Heartswarming Eve, they were supposed to be staying at the school, not going home, which just begs the question of how does that work, especially if this part of the of season 9 is saying like only last year was the Cozy Glow stuff, so therefore it can't have been another full year already. We haven't covered another Heartswarming yet. So the best gift ever has to take place later on in this season, right? Right? I'm going to go crazy trying to figure out this timeline. I'm going to go now. I think I've said just about everything I want to say about this episode, so yeah. Good episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all enjoyed my talking, such as it were. And yeah, see you in the next one.